I'm Janice Laine. I've been a resident of Leisure World for 4 years. And for the video club, I'm putting together a tutorial on how to remove your trash properly. And here with me is Mark Weaver, the manager of Leisure World Community Services. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Ms. Laine.
Okay. Can you explain exactly who you are?
Sure. I'm the facilities director with the Golden Rain Foundation, and main task is to take care of the trust property and assist the mutuals with their property.
Okay, well, today we're going to talk about trash, and there are 4 different kinds of trash. We'll start with the ones and the bins at the end of the carports. Can you explain what each is and why?
Sure. Basically what we have there is 2 trash containers. One of them's for the household waste, and then the other's for recycling goods. To separate those, we keep in compliance with state and federal guidelines as far as recycling is concerned.
Okay, is there one company that does all of Leisure World, or do the mutuals have their own?
No, it's
company?
one company that covers the entire community, and that's CalMet Incorporated. And they've been with us for as long as I've been here, and I've been here 35 years. So.
Wow. Okay, the trash, the recyclable stuff is worth money. So does Leisure World get money for all the good stuff we give?
Well, they don't actually receive funds any longer, but what they do receive is all the recycling trash is picked up at no cost. That takes care of all those containers that are picked up on a regular basis.
Okay, so GRF does not pay a monthly bill to CalMet?
For recycling. They do for our trash.
Okay, and I think the shareholders like to know, how much is it costing us?
Oh, goodness.
Approximately.
It could cost, I think in the budget last year we put in $75,000 for trash removal.
That's so. And why is it, why can't I just throw my zapped out microwave in the garbage?
Well, what guidelines for waste removal of electronics are today is anything that has electricity flowing through it and you want to dispose of it, needs to be disposed of properly. So what we have to do is, in this community, we take our trash down to the maintenance yard, which is in the very west side of the community. There's a bin down there, and basically what we have to do is fill out a form that gives our mutual and apartment and our name, and then that allows CalMet to come pick it up at no cost to us.
Why do I have to fill out that form? What good is it to me?
I think what they want to do is they want to make sure that people on the outside of the community aren't dumping their waste in our community, because it does cost to have that gone through.
Okay. Does that e-trash have any value?
It does. There's components in there that are of some value when they're taken apart and separated.
So, but Leisure World doesn't get?
No, it covers the cost of them picking up the appliances at no cost to us.
Okay. And where do they take that? Is there an e-trash?
There's recycling centers all over Southern California. I'm not sure which one CalMet uses at this time.
But just for electronics?
Electronic waste, yes.
Okay. Okay, now suppose I get a new couch and I want to throw my old one out. Why can't I go and set it out by the green and white barrels?
Well, can you imagine everybody putting a couch next to that small trash container, during the week, and then trying to get your, trash from the kitchen put out there? It becomes a problem. So what we've done is we've set up the one-point area that we called our trash facility out there. It's on the north side of the complex, and folks can drop off their couches or any large bulky items in those containers down there.
Can I bring my son's old couch out and put it in there?
No, not if it's from outside the community.
Okay, because I think that some people actually do that, I think.
Well, they try.
Right, there are people that do dumpster diving.
Yes, they do, and security monitors that area quite frequently.
Okay, so that kind of goes on all over. And for the large bins, what does it cost to have them take the full one out and put a new one in?
Currently, I think it's about $420.
And how often does that happen?
It happens once a week, sometimes twice a week.
So that's another reason why we don't want outsiders to bring their stuff in, because it will cost us some money. Okay, and what about hazardous waste? What do we do with hazardous waste?
Well, we've got to be real careful with hazardous waste, because if it does get dumped in the dumpster, it could come back to us as a fine, and those fines aren't inexpensive. So what we want to do is there's an area in Huntington Beach that takes that, and the shareholder can actually, by showing their identification can drop off materials at that site at no cost to them.
Okay, what if well, I am an old lady, but what if I can't carry it to get it somewhere else, to take it out? What if I'm kind of housebound? How do I get rid of it?
As far as the hazardous waste, the Wisemans might be able to help you out there, but close family member or friend would probably be the best way to get rid of that.
Oh, one more thing, batteries. You're not supposed to throw batteries in the...
Correct. There's areas in the community, the news office, the purchasing office, and Clubhouse 6. There's bins there that accept batteries.
Okay. Can you add anything else to that?
Oh, let's see. I think you covered a lot just
Yes,
now.
we did.
Yeah, I think you covered it all.
All right. Thank you very much. It was a
You're
pleasure
welcome.
working with you.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you soon.
It's a pleasure.
We're out of the garbage, and this is the recycle, that's the garbage. And we want to point out a few things here. First of all, no scavenging, no dumpster diving. It's $5,000 fine if you're caught taking things out of the recycle box. Also, no chemicals, no liquid chemicals or drum containers, because that harms everybody. And over here we'll list what to put in to this box. Aluminum cans, all paper products, cardboard, flatten them, don't put them in whole, all beverage containers, water, soda, and juice bottles. And make sure and rinse them out before you put them in. Now, why do we do this recycling? It goes to CalMet, and CalMet takes it all and sorts it on a conveyor belt. The aluminum cans go somewhere, the plastic bottles go somewhere else, the glass goes somewhere else, and they send it to different companies that actually recycle it and turn it into usable products. That's why it's really important not to put garbage in here, because if you put the garbage in here, then it gums up the conveyor belt, and we don't want to do that. This is trash, garbage, plants, but be sure it says level full only. If this is really full and you can't close it, go to another dumpster, because if it gets full and it's windy, garbage will be all over. Now, while many of these bags say they're recyclable, we don't put them in here because they will gunk up the machine, that conveyor belt that separates everything. So what we do when we're bringing out our plastics and our bottles, we throw them in here, but then we'll put the bags over here. Now, you can save the bags, and if you have a lot of bags, you take them to the market and places where they will take all these recycled bags. Now, we have 3 cans here. Make sure, like I said before, rinse them out, especially if it's tuna fish or dog food, and throw them in here, because this goes on, like I said before, the conveyor belt. It's just those cans will be separated from the bottles and the glass. Now, here's a box. We all get boxes. Our children send us gifts, or we order things. We don't put the whole box in the trash can. We tear it apart and flatten it like this. Then, voila, throw it in. Here's a can. This goes into the recycle. Bake a cake. Now, this is a cake carton. If you can, flatten it. It's easier to sort later on. This is a mailing envelope. This goes into the recycle. Tea. We all drink tea and have candy. This all goes in the recycle. Tear it up as flat as possible. Newspaper into the recycle. Now, these little plastic containers that we get our fruit in, there's a little triangle on the bottom here. It's sometimes really hard to see. If the triangle is there, it goes into the recycle. We have a big roller. This isn't for toilet paper, but I'm not sure where it goes. And as I said before, when in doubt, throw it out to the trash. As this ice cream container, I'm not sure if it's plastic, recyclable, so when in doubt, we throw it here. Now, we all have jar. rinse it really well before you put it into the recycle.
Okay.
Now the other day I was here and somebody actually put their microwave in here and a can of paint. No, the microwave goes over to the e-trash, and the can of paint you have to take away to where the hazardous waste goes. People think they can leave their old furniture. This is no. You take the furniture over to the oversized bins by the mini farms. If it's left here, the mutual has to pay the maintenance to pick it up and take it over there. So we have to take it ourselves to save money, because it costs all of us money when somebody does something like this. Golden Rain all the way down, and when you get to El Dorado, be aware that it changes to a 2-lane street. So stay to your right and you go all the way to the end, which is Canoe Brook. When you're at the end there are 2 entrances. Left is into purchasing, or if you want to get new faucets, or you go straight and you'll see the bins is where you can dump your microwave, computer, whatever appliances.
Okay, now we're at the corner of Canoe Brook and Golden Rain. This is where Golden Rain stops, and this is the maintenance yard. And Bev is there pointing at the maintenance yard, and right across the street, and that going in that gate, when you go to the end of that gate, is where you can purchase different toilet seats and things for your stove and stuff like that. And that's not the gate you go in with your e-trash. Your e-trash goes over here, and it's where you take all your electronic, your computers, microwaves, anything that plugs in. Here are the items. Here's a list of the items that they will take, and also see, please notice this, the fluorescent lights and batteries, please take to purchasing. And then there's a form that you need to fill out, and it's in this little box right here. And we need to fill that form out because when people find out that we have a place to stash e-trash, aunts and uncles and cousins come with their e-trash and want to stash it in there. And we don't want that, because we want it just to be from people from Leisure World. They have to take their e-trash somewhere else. And then here's the bin where you put the stuff. Once you get it over here, you put it in this bin right here.
Now we're going to get rid of our overstuffed trash. You take El Dorado all the way north, keep following, go all the way around. El Dorado eventually turns into Northwood. When you get to Oak Hill Drive, make a left, go all the way up until you get to Nassau, and you'll drive all the way in, and you'll see large bins where you can put mattresses, furniture, whatever. You can also get there from Clubhouse 3 and 4. You take Northwood and you keep going west till you get to Oak Hill Drive. This time you make a right, go all the way up and around to Nassau, and again drive all the way in.
Okay, we've been driving down Oak Hills, and it becomes Nassau. And this is the opening to where you put the oversized trash, and this is also the opening to the mini farms. There's a sign here that says that this is Nassau. It's hard to see because there's a lot of shrubbery around it. Anyway, you come in here and go around and go past these little mini farms, and this dumpster, this is important, dumpster for residents use only. And that's not to be mean, it's because these dumpsters, when they get full, to have them removed is $420. There are several of these giant bins up here, so you can get rid of quite a bit of stuff. But remember, we don't want other people's stuff because it costs us money. So bring your big stuff up here. If you leave your stuff out by your trash can, this mutual will have to pay a service person $39 an hour to pick it up and bring it up here. So don't leave your stuff out by your garbage cans. Bring it up here and save your mutual some money.